Hey everyone, welcome back to the Click and Mortar podcast. I am Mike and this is my partner, Dustin. We are here today to talk about creative needs and what you need in order to run a digital advertising program. We get the question all the time. There are basic buckets that you have to have covered if you're getting into digital marketing and advertising from a creative perspective. So we want to make sure you know these buckets and you have these checked off, because if you don't have them, your programs are going to suffer. We essentially separate them, and we did a whole nother podcast on marketing funnel. We wanted to keep this one simple and crisp. We separate them into top, middle, bottom of funnel. That doesn't matter. What matters for you is what creatives you need when you're starting a digital advertising program. So I'm going to kick it over to Dustin. He's going to talk about the top of the funnel or the initial creative you need.
Cool. Well, the first piece is about us, and there's 6 components of all the pieces that you need. And the first one's going to be the about us. And this is the founding story. Why did you start the business? What problem did you have that you seek to solve? Most businesses got started because there was a problem that the founder solved, and hearing that is fun. It's cool. It's a way to make you relatable. So having that about us video is crucial. Next would be the benefits or the unique selling point that you offer. Why specifically you? You have the about us and you humanize it, but why you? You're cheaper, you're faster, you're better, whatever that is that makes you the best thing on the market. You need a video about that. Then the next is a video covering all your products or services, almost like, the Ford commercial that outlines, the F-Series, the Tacomas, they show all their lines. So you can clearly see what are all the different things they offer. And then Mike, I'll let you take over the products and go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dustin outlined your whole offering that you want to have. Then what's your best foot forward? What's your top product? What are you really known for? Having either photography and or a video about that specific product, have that. Have what's your golden child and what do people know you for? Really lean into that, what that is, what that product is, what problem it solves, and the unique selling point of that product. So after that, you start to talk about classic middle of the funnel creative. In our former podcast, we talked about the conversation and as it unfolds. Think about the middle of the funnel as proof. What is proof in the market that you're the best? So that takes the form of a testimonial from a client, a review from a customer or a client, or something like a case study. Now, if you don't have case studies in your industry, it's essentially proof from a client or from a customer that, hey, I'm legit. So if you're a trainer, for instance, you own a gym, a testimonial from a client, one of the customers, one of the gym members that came in being in X amount of shape, and when he or she finished, they were in Y amount of shape. Something like that in the middle of the funnel to prove that you are who you say you are, the success of your products and or your services, what you've done. It's like a resume for you, what you've done in the market. So anything that serves that function is what you want at this part of your creative funnel. It could be a video, obviously, if it's a testimonial from a client. It could be a review, that's a text box, and it is a series of reviews from all your clients. It could be any number of things. So form in this piece has to follow function as well. Dustin and I are talking about video and then, still photography or imagery as well. But what best relays what you're trying to get across in your message? The form has to follow the function. So it could be videos in some cases. In other cases, it could be carousels or numbers of reviews or things like that. But at the middle of the funnel, focus on proof, customer testimonials, reviews, and case studies. And lastly, I'll kick it to you, Dustin. We did a whole podcast on this about offers and have an offer for what you do. But you want some creative about your offer, so I'll kick that to you, Dustin.
Yeah, so now that we've run through everything, what we would do is get people to know who you are, what you offer, the services that they can expect to receive. And then this piece here, the offer, this is the bottom of the funnel. This is what gets the lead or that sale. And this is taking that top product or service that you offer and really package it up and put an offer around it, put a price tag on it so someone knows monetarily exactly what they're going to give you, and then put deliverables or what they can expect to get. Have a lot on offers, but this piece is so crucial. It breaks through the noise. People know what they can tangibly get in exchange for what they're going to pay you, and know if it's valuable, and it really drives the lead volume needed to land business.
Absolutely. Last thing I wanted to say about offer is that your offer or the wording of it could be in any piece of these creatives at any time, but you also want to have a standalone offer creative for boom, hitting the potential customer over the head with, hey, this is the offer on the table to close the deal, etc. You want to have that bucket of your creative covered as well. Also want to plug our template library, which we have just launched. We're in the midst of launching it right now. We'll put a link to that in the podcast and in any sources below so that you can click and check that out. What we've built is a template library that anybody can go into and pull templates for their advertising efforts. And we've separated it by ad type, so Facebook ads, TikTok, etc. And then top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and sizes as well. So it's a fantastic resource that you can check out. It's a free resource. So please go check that out. We'll have links in the show notes and in the associated links with this podcast. Really good resource, so go check that out. So until next time, Dustin, anything you want to say?
The only thing I want to say is that it is super important to have these buckets. We talk a lot about ads, and when we have all these pieces, the ads perform much better and the ROI is much greater. So it is extremely important if you want to maximize profits on your marketing to have these. So make sure to have them.
Absolutely. And next time, maybe we'll talk about how often to optimize and how often you have to refresh your creative. But we'll keep that as a lingering next time. So until next time, thanks for watching the Click and Mortar podcast with me and Dustin, and we'll see you next time.